5 minutes after 9 o'clock. Carol Ann Baldwin is in the studio. I've been waiting for this moment. Because, well, we're going to talk about gardening. Carol Ann is a master gardener, if you didn't already know that. The phone lines are available, so you can call Carol Ann and ask a question about your lawn, your garden, your plants. The number is 622-9622. And, of course, the reason I'm excited is because I had bananas on my banana plant back in August.
Yep.
I don't think it lasted 100 days, like you said, because it fell down for some rain.
Right.
Then somebody said put it in a bag with an apple. Robin and I went and got the apples in the bags. And how many yellow apples?
Yellow bananas. I had 2 that are fully yellow, and it looks like there's another. And excuse the crinkling. I'm sorry. That looks like there was another one starting to get ripened.
So that looks normal. That's the way it should be. 1 banana at a time.
Well, yeah, for us.
For us. Now the ones you took, did they ripen at all?
No, mine were on the counter and not ripened yet. But I think I'll go ahead and throw them in a bag when I get home. I just wanted to see if they would do anything on their own, and it could, But we'll see, and maybe I'll throw mine in a bag, and maybe next week, because this was just last week.
So
we'll see, and maybe we'll try with them. We'll stick, I'll stick an apple in.
When
did
we do that, Robin? When did we get those apples? Was it
Tuesday? We were talking about it.
Was it on Tuesday?
Yes.
Okay, so it's been a whole week. Okay.
Yeah. So
now somebody says to me they're not really bananas; they're plantains. Can you tell? Do plantains turn yellow?
I think they probably would over time, or they would probably. Plantains are starchy. They don't. They're not.
So you'll know when you taste this.
You'd go, ew, yuck. It's not gonna.
Okay.
It's.
All right.
Yeah. The bananas have a sugar content. The plantains are the ones. They're more of a starch. You'll find them fried. They'll be sliced and fried.
Oh, I've had them, and I'm not really a fan of them.
You're not a big fan.
Do you like them?
I don't. Yeah. It depends.
Okay, so we're gonna try my banana.
We're gonna
try it right now.
We're gonna try a banana.
Robin's in here. She wants to help too. Oh, Robin's gonna take the camera. Oh, good.
Oh, okay. We're gonna see.
Good. Look what Robin's doing.
Like. But you see, it turned yellow. They were dark. They were dark green. I mean, this is.
So you don't need a knife. You can do it like a normal.
No, I started.
Oh, you started it. Okay.
But just because it was thicker. It's a pretty banana, or a pretty banana.
It looks just like a normal banana.
But it doesn't smell sweet.
It doesn't smell like a banana?
No, it doesn't smell sweet.
Oh, no.
So I got to take a little teeny little bite.
Yeah, we're going to try it.
Little teeny bite.
What does it taste like?
Actually, it's not bad.
Let me try it. Can you give me a...
Get your little slice?
Yeah.
I'll do a nice little thin slice.
There you go, like what you put in your cereal.
Oops, I'm sorry.
And Robin, you take a slice too. Oh, you're showing me? Yeah. Mmm. Oh, it tastes like a banana.
Yeah, it is sweet. The first bite wasn't a whole lot, initial.
That tastes like a banana.
Yeah.
That's a real banana.
Mm-hmm. It's not quite as sweet, I think, as a commercial, like a Dole or your Chiquita, but it's got a nice flavor.
Not bad.
Not bad.
I can go in business if I have enough of these things.
Look at there. Yeah, we see Larry's banana stand on the side of the road there. See him on 475.
Robin, did you try it? Don't put it on me. Carolyn.
But that's a good banana. Good banana.
All right, now I'm hoping that the others turn yellow.
Yeah, now you got something for your cereal.
Now we need cereal.
Yeah, or pudding. You make banana pudding.
Yeah.
You can make banana bread.
You know what, they have banana pudding at the Chinese restaurant.
Which is always so funny.
Thank you, Robin. Yeah. I know, I love it.
But that's, I mean, and all kinds of neat things can be done with bananas. So, yes, and I mean, these are like the old school, that's a banana. It's a fat banana. It doesn't look like the ones you see in the market that are all nice and cylindrical and
sexy.
I don't know if I'd say that,
these
but I mean these are definitely not. I'd never think of them. Oh, there is another ripe one.
How many ripe ones are there total? 3?
1, 2, 3. This one's getting ripe, and there's some other ones. But I mean, they're short, they're wide.
Now, did I do the right thing or the wrong thing by keeping them attached to the stem?
The right thing. I'm guessing. I mean, we can take the stem off, and like mine are all off the stem, so we'll see whether or not how quick they'll do. Right. But I'll do mine in a bag too.
And one apple. We only put one apple in each bag.
Yeah, that's all you need would be the one apple.
What is the gas?
It's ethylene gas.
Ethylene
gas that the ripening fruit gives off.
That was not a bad banana.
That's a pretty
I was
good
thinking
banana.
it was going to be yucky.
I was thinking plantain. I was thinking,
But when you first smelled it, you couldn't smell it. It
doesn't have that, when you pick up bananas or open a banana, you go, oh, banana. It has a distinctive
But this tasted
aroma.
To me like
it's very creamy, very.
They say women can taste things better than men.
When I first took a little bite, I didn't taste, but I took such a tiny bite.
Yeah, you were afraid.
Because I was a little afraid it wasn't going to taste good. Nice texture. Very creamy. Nice creamy texture.
Oh, you're going to win a prize. Sounds like I'm going to win a prize or something.
You're going to win a prize. We give you, do we have a blue ribbon?
How many points do I get?
You get blue ribbon for Larry's Bananas.
The truth is, I had nothing to do with it.
Right. And so, but I mean, this gives you something that if you've moved into one of these homes that's got some bananas in the backyard kind of thing, and you're going, I have no idea what to do with them, and I'm afraid of them.
Yeah.
Don't necessarily be afraid.
We just proved that you can eat them.
That many of these are going to be, but cut the hand off. If yours are still on the tree,
so whoever the listener was, thank you.
Them be, right, yeah, with the apple trick, which that works. I mean, they say to do that to encourage a pineapple to fruit is actually a half a banana. I mean, half an apple.
Half an apple.
For those to get those to actually put the flower on, which is the baby pineapple, to try if they won't put it on themselves. But if you've got the banana trees in your yard, when before it gets cold, if you've seen them on there again, like since about August, I think is
that's when I first noticed them. Right. They must have started before that.
They had to because they were of some size there. So probably in July or so.
So maybe it did last 100 days. I don't know.
Right. And if they're still there, you might cut them down or cut down some of them and put your bunch of bananas. Whether or not you take them off of most of that stem, I would probably take the hand off the stem, and then you could fit more.
Did I
in there? Put an apple in there, fold that down nicely, and let it sit for about a week for the first couple of them.
The actual bottom of the plant was, I mean,
as
big around as a small tree. I mean, it was huge.
Yeah.
What is that? Maybe 10 inches or so.
About 10 inches. Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's gone now because it fell over and I had to cut it down. So you had told me they can only produce bananas once.
Anyhow.
In their lifetime.
Right. But you'll get new ones that'll come up.
I have them already.
Yeah, right.
I have them already.
Right. And that plant, is that one sprouting from the center?
No.
No, okay.
No, that one's not.
And that one that'll probably just disappear. But the pups will come up, replacing them. So it's one of those kind of things that you don't need to start out with a whole lot to eventually.
Cool.
And they're a pretty plant. I mean, in the wintertime, they can start to look pretty rough only because of the weather.
Once it gets cold, they look horrible. Yeah.
Right. And it takes a pretty good cold to really knock them back. But the bananas on Larry's banana trees are good. And so don't be afraid to try your own.
And take the advice of the man who called in last week, put them in a bag with an apple.
With an apple, and that they will ripen up.
It wasn't overnight. I think he said his ripened in 3 days. Mine is...
Well, his may have been on the vine, or he may have even taken them off, on the vine, off of the main stem.
Right.
Because we left the whole main, the main flower
So maybe
stem.
I should take them off. I'll do an experiment. I'll take some of them off and leave some of them on.
But they're getting ripe in there. There's another one in there, so... it was a fun experiment.
Good enough for a bowl of cereal.
There you go.
Absolutely. Isn't that cool?
Sure. If you got peanut butter and banana sandwich today for lunch.
You like that?
My husband's a peanut butter and banana sandwich.
Oh, that means you're not. See, the way you answered.
So much. Yeah, I'm not a big banana person, so. But I mean, I know that's a good.
But we played at a nursing home on Saturday.
This is actually probably better to me than the store-bought ones.
Oh, really?
Because like I
beat
said,
Chiquita.
I'm not a big banana person, so its flavor is not as
sweet.
Overpowering.
To me, I couldn't even tell the difference.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we played this nursing home garden, Palm Garden on Saturday. Was it Palm Garden that they did this? No. I think it was the other one. We played another place called Harmony House, I think.
Oh, okay.
On Friday. Okay, it was on Friday. And so while we're playing, they were handing out bananas to all of the residents because bananas are easy to eat.
Easy to eat and easy to digest and good in potassium.
All right, we'll be right back. We've got a break coming up, and we occupied the whole first quarter of the show with our banana. Yeah. So your calls are important. If you want to call Caroline, the number is 622-9622. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For this Tuesday, intervals of clouds and sunshine with a passing shower, the high 81 to 85. Partly to mostly cloudy Tuesday night, low 66 to 70. For Wednesday, mostly cloudy with a passing shower, especially in the afternoon, the high 81 to 85. And Thursday, mostly cloudy and cooler with a couple of showers, the high 71 to 75. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Robin, let's try a little plant trivia. Name this nursery. It's a not-for-profit, and it teaches growing and caring for plants to their students.
Oh, that's easy. Kenny's Place.
Or how about this one? It's a nursery conveniently located between Ocala and Bellevue.
Again, it's Kenny's Place.
Or how about this one? A nursery with a wide variety of just what you need or want at the most reasonable prices.
Kenny's Place, of course.
Kenny's Place at 7677 Southeast 41st Court. Give them a call at 867-1213. It's a caring place for people and plants. It's Kenny's Place.
Career Source Citrus Levy Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the first and third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source Citrus Levy Marion and learn how they can help you.
That was the sound of a tree falling. It could be your tree. You're going to have it trimmed, but never got around to calling Pride Tree Service. It could have fallen in a field, and now all you have to do is call Pride Tree Service, and they'll have it quickly out of the way for a great price. But don't wait until the tree falls. It may not fall in the field. It may hit your car, your house, or worse. So call Pride Tree Service today and avoid all those headaches before they happen. Pride Tree Service, 840-0750. That's 840-0750.
Located next door to Silver Spring State Park and a few minutes from historic downtown Ocala, our award-winning Holiday Inn Express Hotel and Suites of Silver Springs is a place to stay for a friendly, memorable, and fun experience. Enjoy our fast and free Wi-Fi, complimentary hot breakfast, and free parking. Whether you're in town for work or play, our friendly staff will make you feel right at home. That's the Holiday Inn Express and Suites of Silver Springs, proud sponsor of Friday night Marion County High School football on WOCA, The Source.
Located in Ocala, Renstar Medical Research has offered a wide range of clinical research trials for 17 years. Renstar conducts clinical trials for conditions such as migraines, memory decline, fibromyalgia, and sun-damaged skin. To learn more, call Renstar at 352-629-5800. Help us create a healthier tomorrow by volunteering today. Please call Renstar at 352-629-5800.
18 minutes after 9 o'clock. It is Tuesday, December 1st, the first day of December, believe it or not. Carolyn Baldwin is here.
Where did July go?
I want to get a picture of you with the banana. Can you hold the banana?
You want a banana?
I want to post
Successful bananas.
Successful bananas. There we go.
There you go.
I'll put it on there. Successful bananas.
Yes.
All right. Not bad.
Oh, they're
I'm so
good.
happy with
and
it.
just and if anybody wants a little bit of information, you got the bananas growing in your backyard. The IFAS website, the Solutions for Your Life. If you go on that, that's the name of the website. The publication, all you got to do really is just search for bananas. I think, or I went through Dooryard. It's a publication number FCS 8514, and it says South Florida Tropical Bananas, because normally our temperatures can be too cold for bananas. You know, we don't always get that length of time in order to get a tree to a stage of getting the bananas and getting them at least somewhat ripe. But it is, and actually they on their selection and ripening, they even say just putting them in a plastic bag, because the ethylene from they themselves would actually hasten the make the ripening. But that there's 3 ripening stages, and I'm thinking this one might be what they call all yellow, but the green tipped or turning ripe is the peel is pale yellow still with green where the ends would be green. It's firm, starchy, and slightly tart. At that stage, they can be cooked, baked, boiled, or fried. Yellow or hard ripe, the peel is all yellow, sometimes with a trace of green on the tip. The pulp is firm, and 80 to 90% of the starch has been changed to fruit sugars. So this is pretty sweet, but not, like I said, not quite
too bad,
as sweet
right?
as I've had with bananas. And then you get the flecked with brown or fully ripe. The pale is deeper yellow with brown flecks. Pulp is mellow, and practically all starch has been changed to fruit sugars. So and usually a little bit softer on those, but plenty of nutritional value in the bananas. I know I should probably eat more because I know potassium and the amount of, if you are outside a lot, if you happen to take certain diuretics and things like that. But just, if you're on certain medications, always check with your doctor before, if you've never done the banana thing, if they suggest you take have a banana a day or so, whatever. They're low in 90 calories, but good for you. So have fun with the bananas.
So here's what I want to say about this.
Yeah.
I have lived here a long time.
Yes.
I have known a lot of people with banana plants.
Right.
I have never had anybody tell me they actually ate it.
Right. And they've always been done as an ornamental plant.
In fact, when I would ask, are they good? I don't know.
I don't know. Right. I don't know. I don't eat. I don't.
I think we broke through something.
We have. And there's actually this page, it can be a PDF. I think it can be a PDF. Yes, you can download it as a PDF file. It's a neat how to store them, different uses, the nutritive value, food safety, which these are grown off your own. You just wash them beforehand. They've even got recipes: sautéed bananas, banana yogurt light. Banana pops, banana milkshake.
You know what I used to
banana
love?
Brown muffins.
When Disney first opened up, remember they used to have the frozen chocolate-covered bananas?
Dip, and you can do those as well. Banana Waldorf salad, banana and peanut butter spread. See, told you do bananas and peanut butter. But that was a lot of fun there trying those out, even though we're all skeptical. But and of course you can go to stores that nurseries and things that specialize in fruit trees and things like that, and find the ones that they're not going to be the Chiquita banana you find in the supermarket, but you'll find sometimes they sell those little, I call them fingerling ones, and they're like the little lady fingers and things like that, where they're a much smaller banana. These are actually fairly small lengthwise, but again, it's not a commercial banana. So if you're interested in growing some bananas, just realize you got to find a protected place so that they make it through our winters all right.
So let me ask you this: did the winters? Is that the reason why I never had bananas before? Is because this last winter was very mild?
Right. Is that they didn't die. The trees didn't die back. And again, you can help that by when they do get cold damage, is leaving those leaves. Let those leaves hang down. They protect that trunk.
And you know me, I don't do anything with my plants.
Right, and that's what you really let
nature do its thing.
Yeah. Because when we cut back things too soon, we do more damage than good. Let those leaves hang, and that protects that. And then in the springtime, you can either get out there with a serrated knife and just cut those leaves off, or just take the top part of the tree off, or as I've always done over the years. Reason I probably didn't always get bananas the way I should is that I would just take and swing the machete baseball bat style and knock them off at my shoulder height.
Right.
And so I was taking them back quite a ways because that was the cold damage, and that's how high I could reach. I'm not going to swing a machete off a ladder.
Right.
And so, but I mean, if you've got a way to do something like that, you'll do all right. And just thinking about the cold weather that we will eventually come into, we've had little teeny bits of cold. This is where we're gonna. I'm sorry to say, I'm afraid we're going to see some cold damage occur to plants that maybe don't normally get cold damage, and this is all the reason why you don't fertilize this time of year. Your shrubs, your trees, your fruit trees and things, is here we're warm. They're taking up that fertilizer. They're going to try to grow. And when they grow, if we don't get just that gradual cool down, they're going to get cold damage when that temperature just suddenly, the bottom falls out. Reading another article I have on here on the citrus back in '83. That's exactly what had happened. We had mild weather up until that point, and suddenly the temperatures dropped below freezing for an extended period of time and did severe damage.
We have a phone call, Carolyn, I think. Yes, it looks like it. Good morning. You're on the air with Carolyn.
Yeah, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Hey, love that banana talk.
Yeah.
One of my all-time favorite is fried bananas and butter with walnuts.
Oh, there you go.
And it's probably not too healthy for you, but what the heck.
Oh, I don't see why not. Butter's better than margarine. They
Butter is definitely better than
margarine.
margarine.
Doctor, and he gave me a funny look.
If you don't eat
really?
it all the time, walnuts are very good for you. Bananas are very good for you. You need, and you figure the amount of butter, you're not really frying, you're more like sautéing them, or you could use a little less butter and, do like that. Probably a little bit of brown sugar in there, maybe a little cinnamon.
Right.
Cinnamon's good for you.
Bananas are very, very high in potassium, which is very good for you.
Right. They're very good for you. I just, like I said, I should learn to acquire a taste for them. Maybe I'll start seeing what our banana trees have, and maybe I'll eat ours instead of the.
You have a lot of bananas on your property,
We have bananas on the property. We've lost some over the years, but that's because everything.
But do they produce bananas typically?
You get a hand, probably about one out of all the different trees, probably about one hand a year. Yeah, one tree.
Do all fruits put out that ethylene? Like, could you have used a pear or an orange or something else?
Yeah, but usually seasonally you're gonna, whatever you're gonna have. And actually, you could have done it just with them. They said, they on the
bananas do it themselves.
On the publication, they said to wrap them in a plastic bag. But a paper bag allows to breathe.
How do you start a banana from scratch? Like, apples and fruit have seeds, but bananas don't have seeds.
Yes, they do. Look inside their banana. Cut your banana in half and say, look, Larry, it's got seeds.
Those are tiny.
Yes, they are.
So you just plant the whole banana?
It would basically be probably when a banana fell on the ground when it was ripe, it would redo. But if you had, you buy one tree. You buy, or find somebody, who's got one, and you just, they grow from an underground rhizome, is how they continue to reproduce themselves. But the banana is its seed.
So I've always had a question about fruit in general.
Yeah.
Is fruit kind of like an egg? Just follow me with this.
Right.
The seed is the yolk.
Is the and
the fruit is what it feeds off of.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That would be because if you ever noticed.
So the banana, it's the part we eat. Would actually feed the seed until it started growing.
The same thing with an apple. We eat the apple, discarding the seed. Well, with the
so it's like the white of it's like the white of an egg.
Of an egg,
but we eat the yolk.
It's the embryo, and that's exactly, I think, the way they explain how the difference in a fruit and a vegetable are. And I never.
God is a genius. That's what I think. God is.
He was a smart guy. Yeah, I bet he didn't miss anything.
You're not supposed to say was. Don't say was. No past tense with God.
True. That's
is. Of course.
It's like, there's no former Marines.
That's right. No former Marines. No former God. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right.
They're all on the same boat.
Is, was, and always will be.
There it is.
This is fun. Fun show today.
We're having a good time.
Having a good time.
That's what.
And I just posted it on Facebook.
On Facebook, cool.
See if anybody's commented yet.
Having fun with fruit today, and really, if you're thinking about different things, and going forward, I just got a seed catalog in the mail yesterday, so it's like the gardener's fun time. It's like the children's wish book of the toys,
but if you went to
mine are on the it's the catalogs are here.
That's your thing. But if you went to that catalog, would they have a packet of banana seeds in there?
No, you would generally find the plants. If you looked up,
okay.
If say you just did a Google search on.
But somebody must start them somehow. Do they just propagate them?
Right. They're more than likely they are all propagated vegetatively. Because it's easier.
That's a nice smile, by the way, in the picture I took of you. It was a good pose for you.
Oh, thank you. I pose well with produce.
Bananas.
With produce. But like they got growing pictures of how not to kill your banana. They should have sources of them as well. Dwarf banana plants, indoor banana. I don't see how you can grow bananas too much indoors, except I guess they don't really need a pollinator. But here in Florida, you would grow outside. And they have banana plants for sale, types of banana plants.
Too big to grow inside, unless you have an atrium or something.
Right. Or dwarf varieties.
Really? A little tiny banana?
Yeah, they have some that only get up about 4 or 5 feet.
We have a phone call. Actually, we've got 20 seconds. Caller, if you can just wait, we've got to take a break. And then Carolyn will take your call. Okay, I'm so sorry. We'll take a little break. We'll be right back. This is The Source, WOCA Ocala. So sorry, if you can hang in there another 2 minutes, okay?
Sure.
Thank you.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. The president underscoring the urgency of fighting climate change, saying if we let the world keep warming as fast as it is.
And before long, we are going to have to devote more and more and more of our economic and military resources, not to growing opportunity for our people, but to adapting to the various consequences of a changing planet.
Speaking in Paris at the UN Climate Conference, the president also addressing the issue of militants, saying the Islamic State is going to continue to be a serious threat for some time to come. A U.S. Marine learns his fate in a transgender killing in the Philippines.
Guilty. Beyond reasonable doubt. U.S. Marine Joseph Scott Pemberton from New Bedford, Massachusetts, sentenced to up to 12 years in a Philippine prison. The victim's mother welcoming the verdict, saying her son did not die in vain.
Fox Radio's Alistair Wanklyn. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Hi, I'm Missy Tannen, the founder of Boll & Branch. Boll & Branch makes the softest, most comfortable sheets in the world for a fraction of what you'd pay at a department store. We only sell online at bollandbranch.com and cut out all of the markups. Boll & Branch bedding is a fantastic gift for yourself or for someone special. And today, we're extending Cyber Monday by offering our biggest sale of the year for one more day. Go to bollandbranch.com right now and you'll save 25% off your entire order. Sheets, towels, blankets, duvet covers, everything. Plus free shipping. Our products come beautifully packaged in our signature boxes complete with bows and tissue paper. There's never been an easier way to give a thoughtful gift. Go to bollandbranch.com today for 25% off plus free shipping. That's BOLLANDBRANCH.com and use promo code Cyber Monday. But hurry, today is the last day you can save 25% at bollandbranch.com. Promo code Cyber Monday.
If you're anything like I was, the thought of getting older was the last thing on your mind. But here we are. For me, it started slowly. The lack of energy, never being in the mood, and when I was, I could never perform at my best. I tried the pills and other treatments with minimal results, and all but given up on my sex life. Then I found the doctors at New Male Medical Center. Wow, they made a new male out of me. Feel like I'm 25 again. I have renewed vigor, so much more energy, and no longer worry about my performance. New Male treated me like my situation was one of a kind, with a custom treatment plan that really works. I feel great. They can create one for you too. It does not matter if you suffer from low testosterone, erectile dysfunction, or just want to last longer. New Male will help you.
Call New Male Medical Center today at 352-404-4779. 352-404-4779. That's 352-404-4779. It will change your life. 352-404-4779.
December 5th from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m., the Appleton Museum of Art invites you to Free Family Day, celebrating the Urban Family Holiday Exhibit, featuring 2 floors of decorated trees, the Dickens Village, and other favorites. 1 till 3 p.m., take carriage rides around the museum and have your photo taken with Santa. Art activities all day in the art space, so bring your family for a day of free holiday fun at the Appleton, located at 4333 East Silver Springs Boulevard. For more information, visit appletonmuseum.org.
Stay informed on everything going on in the Villages with the Village Spectator newspaper. The Village Spectator is exclusively devoted to the Villages with news, commentary, and more. And yes, they have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask is that you tell them where you heard about them. Call Tom's Picks at 804-1223 and pick up your copy of the Village Spectator today.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
When I started thinking about this year's Christmas greeting, I wanted to make it something meaningful. So here is my heartfelt wish for us all. Good health, prosperity, and the peace to be happy, whatever our circumstances. Remember the reason for the season. Merry Christmas.
The 2015 Ocala Christmas Parade is December 12th. WOCA is broadcasting live from Hires Baxley's front porch. Here's your chance to join us. Hires Baxley will be offering preferred parking spaces for a minimum donation of $6 per car. And all the funds raised go directly to the Ritz Veterans Village. Your donation not only includes a parking space, but also access to restrooms, hot cocoa, and even cookies. So bring your chairs and blankets. Parking begins at 3:30 on a first-come, first-served basis, so don't delay. Get a great spot while helping a great cause. For any questions, call Hires Baxley at 352-629-7171.
This is James Snyder, inviting you to join me each Sunday morning at 9:30 for Sunday Joy on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM.
25 minutes before 10 o'clock. I think I told your caller 2 minutes. It really was more like 5 minutes. I apologize for that. You do have a caller, Carol Ann. Good morning. Thank you for waiting so patiently. You're on the air with Carol Ann.
No problem. Good morning, Larry and Carol Ann.
Hi, Good morning.
So we can all have guilt-free sautéed bananas if you just use coconut oil. But again, like Carol Ann said, you know, butter's definitely better than margarine. But if you use coconut oil, then you get all those other benefits. So nature's just fabulous. It gives us everything we need.
Yeah, really.
That's
really.
it.
And I got it from my own yard. How about that?
Look at there. Without and it's definitely organic because you don't fertilize it. It's definitely pesticide free because we know Larry's not going to spray.
Right. That's right.
Yeah. So it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let us know when you're setting up your stand, Larry.
Yeah.
I think this is the first thing I've ever eaten out of my yard.
Out of your yard?
Yeah, I think so.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah. But now you've got the gingers. You've washed your hands with your gingers, haven't you?
I tried that. That was awful. That didn't work at all.
That's neat.
I hate that. That's nasty. No.
No, it's cool.
Yeah, I have tried that. Yeah.
You squish it out.
I did that, yes.
And it smells good.
Yeah.
Once it's dry, it's good. Yeah. That's how I wash me. If I'm out in the yard, wash my hands real quick.
I
then
guess
open
if
my
I have
water
nothing
bottle.
else, I guess so.
Open my water bottle. It's easier to wipe my hands on my clothes.
No, I wasn't a big fan of that. No.
Oh, well. And of course, I'm sitting here reading more and more about bananas, and probably more than I ever really needed to know about bananas. There's a couple of different, there's even, I ran up on another one, more over a dooryard banana varieties and such like that. It is growing banana growing in the Florida home landscape. Of course, they're going to reference everything to South Florida, and that's just because down there they can grow them with a lot less issues and much more on a regular basis. Like they're not going to grow apples down there because they can't. We can grow apples up here, though. I think even if you they'll probably do better if you got a little further north, but there's pear and peach varieties, plum varieties, nectarines, and things like that will grow in our area. You're just going to watch for those low chill hours in order to have them produce. But I'd watch out on certain years. I mean, this year we have had no real significant if we do get any, and I think on a blog I was looking at, somebody did have pictures on a peach blossom already, and I'm going, we haven't even had 100 hours below 40. So that tree, if it put on a full amount of blossom, that tree's done.
Really?
For the year.
Really?
So hopefully it only put out a couple of flowers because it was a little confused.
Right.
And that it won't flower until much later. But that's our only issue with our low chill hours on our other fruits and things, is that when we get those chill hours early and we warm up, it tricks the plants flower, and then we have a freeze and it kills off those flowers. So you just got to hope for the best.
And you have a caller.
Great.
Good morning. You're on the air with Carol Ann.
Good morning, Larry and Carol.
Morning.
Hey, Ray.
I have two nice-looking orange trees, and a year or so ago, you told me to whip them or something.
Right.
I don't know if I whip them, but these trees had two oranges. But I forgot when you told me to whip them. What time of year or what?
It would be. I
remember
in
that.
The early. Yeah, it would be in the early spring, or actually, I would say early spring, or at least probably about the first of the year or so, and that way, because you don't want it to throw it into a flower, with this warm weather.
Would that be like the month of May?
No, I would be looking at January, because come May you should have fruit on the tree. The citrus trees flower. Whip them in.
Next month then.
Right.
And then how bad that? I mean, it sounds crazy, but somebody said, how bad that whip them? Why don't I take a big stick and whip them?
You can take a stick. You could take a belt, a piece of garden hose, and you're just gonna hit the. You don't want to break the bark of the tree, but you're gonna And if you want to, you can tell it to bloom and set fruit. If not, you're coming down with a chainsaw. And that might be...
don't do that, because Pat will come after the people for the ethical treatment of trees. They're going to come after you.
Well, I would still do it. Just a couple of good whacks around the tree with, like I said, either a leather belt, a piece of garden hose, something that's not going to break the bark up. A stick would work too, and it should encourage that to flower and fruit.
Okay, the month of January. Oh, okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And yeah, here we go. We're loving on the bananas, beating on the citrus. I don't know. This is.
Good morning. You're on the air with Carol Ann.
Yeah, hi.
Good morning.
Is this the gardening show?
It is. I know it's a little freaky.
That's how you go.
So Larry, when it's tree whipping time, you've got to have that song. You must whip it.
Oh, whip it good, yeah.
You must whip it. Okay, thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, have a little bit of fun, but it's all in good. It's all in good. I mean,
you can't whip a banana plant though; it's too sensitive.
Yeah, and if you do that, it's all soggy.
That is so heavy. By the way, when I cut it down, I had to drag it out to the curb.
Mm-hmm.
This is like a whole tree.
Yeah, you got to cut those sections
full of water.
Yeah. And it is very wet. So if you do trim them back, my way with the machete, realize wear old clothes because you will get wet.
I just used the saw.
Glasses,
I just
right,
and it went right through them. It was easy to cut.
Oh yeah, they're easy. That's what I say. A good sharp machete will go right through them.
Looks like you have another phone call. Right. Let me push this button. Good morning. You're on the air with Carol Ann.
Good morning. I just have a little humor to share.
Okay.
Listening to you on beating trees.
Yeah, right.
Probably 30 years ago, we bought property and we didn't have any shade trees, and we planted some trees, the sycamore and crepe myrtles and drake elms and things like that.
Right.
But, I took a big fabric tube and I was out there beating them, and I thought, if my neighbors see me, they're going to call the law or something, think I went off my rocker. But I was laughing at myself out there beating my trees. But we've since cut the sycamores down. They've gotten
got too big, and your other trees have grown up and provided some shade.
Yes.
There you go. I
just wanted to share that.
I appreciate it. Thank you. You too. Yeah, and I want to say, actually, even several years ago, I had planted. It was a dwarf azalea, and I loved. It was a salmon color. It was going. I was up against a building with a dark background, so that salmon would pop out, and it wouldn't bloom, for like 3. And I bought it. It had flowers on it, so I knew what color it was. And so I finally, I was getting mad at it, and I did. I went in and I kicked it, and I pruned it some, and I kicked it, and I threatened to yank it out if it didn't bloom, and it bloomed.
Wow.
So there's just some things.
Yank you out if you don't start blooming.
I'll pull you out. But I cut on it, and I disturbed it. I got angry at it, and it bloomed. But it's. I don't know how it does it physiologically. I don't know. Maybe we should try to find somebody in botany,
a plant psychologist
or something like that understands the plant psyche.
I just see it's a news story I don't want to have to report though.
Right.
Ocala man arrested for beating tree. I just don't.
He could do it after dark. So nobody can see him. I mean, that's if you're gonna do, and I might have a second to relate. People have a hard time growing okra or other hard-seeded vegetables.
Right.
Okra is real hard, and so it's recommended that you take and pour them in a little dish and pour very hot water over them and let them sit overnight. And then you can go out and plant them in the morning, because that warm water will break that seed down. Another way of doing it is taking your ice cube trays and putting one seed in each cube, pouring hot water over that, and then putting it in the freezer. And then you go out after dark to plant your okra.
You plant the ice cubes, the whole cube?
Because you plant the whole cube, and you don't want your neighbors to see and think you're crazy planting ice in the yard, in the garden, and thinking, okay, now they've really gone over the edge. They just beat their citrus tree, back in January, and now that it's May, they're planting ice cubes in the yard. Yeah.
We've got a phone line that's open if you want to call. It doesn't have to be about bananas or whipping trees or anything like that, or planting ice cubes.
Or planting ice cubes.
Kind of a different show today. We'll be right back. This is WOCA Ocala.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For this Tuesday, intervals of clouds and sunshine with a passing shower, the high 81 to 85. Partly to mostly cloudy Tuesday night, lows 66 to 70. For Wednesday, mostly cloudy with a passing shower, especially in the afternoon, the high 81 to 85. And Thursday, mostly cloudy and cooler with a couple of showers, the high 71 to 75. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
The staff at Mid-Florida Prosthetics is dedicated to helping you regain your previous lifestyle. They utilize their years of experience and your input to fit you and serve your needs. Mid-Florida Prosthetics serves a wide range of patient age groups from pediatrics to geriatrics. Listen this coming Friday at 9:30 a.m. right here on WOCA for In Step with You.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For this Tuesday, intervals of clouds and sunshine with a passing shower, the high 81 to 85. Partly to mostly cloudy Tuesday night, lows 66 to 70. For Wednesday, mostly cloudy with a passing shower, especially in the afternoon, the high 81 to 85. And Thursday, mostly cloudy and cooler with a couple of showers, the high 71 to 75. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Hey Ocala, this is Kelly Hart, Executive Editor of Ocala Magazine. Did you know last year Ocala Magazine won more awards in excellence than any other publication in Florida? And this year, Ocala Magazine was named Best Consumer Magazine in the state. Now you can join me every Friday at 10 a.m. on Ocala Magazine Radio, where we bring the pages of Ocala Magazine to life, right here on The Source. Ocala Magazine thanks you for making us #1. And remember, there is only one Ocala Magazine.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
It's normal to wonder if the previous tenant still has keys, but ask the landlord because they might have already changed the locks. And if you send an email late in the day, set a good example by sending it with something like, I look forward from tomorrow. That way the recipient won't feel pressured to answer you now. Please go for a steam before your workout. It'll loosen up your muscles. Make sure you drink a tall glass of water before going from the steam room to the gym floor for your workout.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
All right, 12 minutes before 10 o'clock. You know, I'm thinking, Carolyn, do you think God and the angels are kind of like giggling at us a little bit, saying, holy cow, you just figured out that you can grow your own food?
without having probably to add too much to it.
Probably giggling more at me than at you.
Well, with any of us, and I was like, I thought to myself today, well, because I had my catalog in my car and I was reading it earlier when I was over at the Ag Center, and there was actually something I had marked off, folded the page over, and then proceeded to leave the catalog in my car. And I thought, well, let me see if I can find it here, but I'm not going to find it real quick on the online catalog. I like the paper ones better because I can fold pages and make marks and circle things. Yeah, it's just like it's like the kids' toy catalog, you know, for Christmas time. I get to make marks on it. But it was some of what they say the early and the short day tomato varieties when selecting varieties for our area, and I think I've gone through this before of looking for the initials that follow the name of the tomato. Go to ones, let me see if I can find one really quick. Probably not. Well, there we go. There it says hybrids. So we'll find one. Like the VFN, this is under small medium tomatoes. Bush Goliath hybrid tomato has a V, an F, and an N that follows its name. It's Verticillium, Fusarium, and nematode resistance. Usually this is on tomato seeds only.
Oh,
You're
really?
not going to find it on any of your other ones.
So you really need to know. So
some
they
of
don't.
your pepper plants. If you read the catalogs, it'll say it. But also
okay.
some of these, it made mention of it when you're looking at varieties to grow in our area. You're looking for that heat tolerance as well, or even its location, even if it's of its origin. You figure the South, or Florida, as like I always say, is different than the South. We're not the same as Georgia, Carolina, Tennessee in our climate. Florida's Florida. We're wholly different location. So when you're looking for different varieties, you're looking for ones that are going to tolerate our growing conditions, because I saw one earlier today that mentioned that it was tolerant of cool, moist springs. Well, our spring is far from ever being cool and moist. It's usually hot and dry.
Oh, yeah.
In the springtime, that early spring. So this is a variety that may not do well. Not this one I just mentioned. Like I said, I was trying to find it. I couldn't remember the name of it that was in the catalog. So reading those descriptions, even if it sounds like a very delicious tomato or one that you'd want to, the size is going right, you like the picture of it because it's I don't know, the shape of the tomato, the color of the tomato, because tomatoes, you have not just your typical red tomato, but your pinks, your oranges, your whites, your real dark, they call them purple tomatoes, your striped ones, different ones like that.
Striped tomatoes?
Striped tomatoes, oh yeah. They're
Wow.
just a little different. And then you have the ugly tomatoes too that are all gnarled. They're
But the
kinda
ugly
folded up
tomatoes
and-
used to be the cheap ones.
and now it's a Rutgers tomato. Usually
Now it's
version.
popular or
Yeah,
something.
Now it's popular to have an ugly tomato. It's hard to slice. But
Not for me.
look at some of those, the other
You mean it's
parts
hard
of
to
the
slice
description
and make it look pretty.
make it look pretty.
It's
on
supposed
a,
to be
yeah.
ugly. You slice it ugly and put
It's
it
like
on.
on your bread. It's all going to taste the same. But take a look at what's your sizing and things like that, determinate, indeterminate, and days to harvest. and
Caroline.
such. Yeah.
I know you know food as well
Yeah.
as plants. How do you make mayonnaise? What is mayonnaise?
Mayonnaise is eggs.
Do you cook the eggs?
No.
Mayonnaise is raw eggs.
Mayonnaise is, but it's pasteurized.
How do you
They
do
would
that?
be heated, but not cooked.
All right. So if I wanted to make my own mayonnaise to put on my own tomatoes,
To make it safe, you would be what is it? The egg whites. I've seen recipes.
don't use the yolk.
It comes in, I think, at a later point. It's
Oh,
like
okay.
separating the
Okay.
eggs. There's recipes on how to
But
make
what is
mayonnaise.
it in addition to egg?
Oil.
Oil and egg. That's mayonnaise, huh?
I forget what else is in it. Probably might be a little bit of lemon juice.
Just for flavor.
For flavor and to keep the color from falling off on it, and
See,
I forget what.
and I could make.
mayonnaise.
Do you know what I saw in the store?
Well, Google mayonnaise.
By the way,
I'm running out of space for tabs.
Do you know what I saw in the store? Peanut powder.
Yeah.
Have you seen this?
I've seen it. I've not.
Without
I've
the
not
oil.
looked at it. Right. It's like they've dehydrated.
Just crushed peanuts, and you
yeah.
can buy the oil. And I guess
and
you
then
make
would
your own
mix it
peanut
with
butter.
Your own, or use it in recipes.
Oh, just like to sprinkle on something.
Right.
Really? Okay.
But,
I mean,
it's got a little bit strange on that.
Did I tell you had a phone call?
No.
What you do? Good morning. I forgot to put forgot to give you the universal symbol for a phone
For
call.
a phone call, right.
Good morning. You're on the air with Carol Ann.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, mayonnaise is basically mostly some kind of salad oil. The one that you like the best, olive oil, corn oil, whatever. A little bit of vinegar and an egg. But it's kind of tricky. You don't put all the oil in at once.
Right.
What do you put it in a blender?
You gotta
like a food processor, that you add it just a little at a time.
You can do it with a food processor or a blender.
What about just the
And
whisker
you
thing?
you have to add the oil slowly, otherwise it.
It'll separate. Right. It won't get because you're doing it with a specific consistency in mind. But you need a blender. I don't think you can keep the
But
movement
do you heat
going.
it at all?
I think you.
Do you heat it?
Only if it's going to have any shelf life.
Refrigerate it right after you make it. It shouldn't be a problem.
Right.
They always tell you not to eat raw eggs, though.
Well, right, and that's one of those things. I think anymore they pretty much tell you not unless you.
The craft people and the Hellman's people have a pasteurization process.
Right.
Because they're getting eggs by the ton.
And you can pasteurize your own somewhat. I just don't know that. Off the top of my head, I'd have to look it up on how that can actually be done without ruining the egg.
Amount of vinegar
is enough to.
It's enough to.
And with that, you're really just making a pint or less at a time when you're making it for your own home, and then to turn it into a flavored one, you would just add some herbs and things like that to make it one of these fancy mayonnaises that you'll pay $2.89.
Whatever your taste and spice is.
So if you hold the jar up and bring it past your face.
You just put it in like a mason jar and keep it in your fridge.
That's my joke here. It's pasteurized at that point, right?
If you run it past your face, it's pasteurized. Yeah, there you go. Ba-bum ching.
Sorry. Old joke. We all knew the punchline. All right. Thank you.
Thanks.
So maybe now that I grew my own banana, I'm starting to think I'm going to do other things on my own.
You're going to try other things?
I got to get a chicken.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make my own oil or vinegar. But
well, you can make apple cider vinegar. You just get apple cider and basically let it turn sour. That's pretty much apple cider vinegar.
Really?
Because I had it. With mine had a little extra sugar in it because I was trying to make something else and then ran out of time. And because Florida's Florida and wasn't cool enough where I had it went from apple cider right to apple cider vinegar. I missed my hard cider level, and
Is it true that if you left milk past the sour state, it would become cheese?
You have processes you'd have to go through to make
so
it.
I can't just leave the milk in the fridge?
You will be able to separate your curds from the whey, and then begin from.
Sounds like a nursery rhyme.
Something like that, and have your curds and whey. If you sit it by a spider,
So, but does milk turn into cheese if you just leave it alone?
No. There's processes.
Does it turn into butter? No.
Butter. You got to have.
Is butter and cheese
fat.
Basically the same thing?
No, butter is the milk fat.
And what is cheese?
And cheese is the milk hard solids of the milk itself. It doesn't necessarily need all the fat.
What are they doing in those Amish videos where whatever?
They
got a broomstick or something in there.
They're clabbering butter. It's if you go get you some heavy cream.
Yes.
Get you some heavy cream and put it in a jar that you can shake.
Okay.
And just you shake and shake and shake and shake and shake and shake and shake, and I think you put a little pinch of salt in there.
It'll become cheese.
It will become butter.
Oh, butter.
You can get your roll. Put your little butter on your roll and.
I want to try this. How long will it take me? How much shaking? Is it going to look weird?
You just sit there and shake that jar. You could do it with a smaller amount, and it would take a little slower. It would take a little slower. They did it with the elementary school kids when they were like kindergarten, so it's not that big a deal.
And they made
they made butter. Yeah, because they did it for their Thanksgiving. I think my grandson even did it back in kindergarten.
We have a phone call. We've got less than 2 minutes left. Good morning. You're on the air with Carol Ann.
We can do it quick.
Hi.
Hey.
Beth.
Yeah.
My granddaughter went on a trip and came home with a little tiny Venus flytrap.
Okay.
And so she put it on her windowsill, and ants got into it and ate some of the little traps.
Oh.
But there's still some left.
Okay.
And I don't know what to do with it. Maybe it should be transplanted. More room. What do you think?
Well, because it's been eaten off, like you said, it probably doesn't need to be transplanted. I would, in order to try to protect it, I wouldn't put it in a hot, sunny area, but you might get be able to invert a plastic cup, like a clear one. Over top of it to make the little hothouse again for it, opening it up every few days. I don't know how they'll survive. It'll survive on. I don't know exactly if you can feed the fly trap too much because they always tell you don't really use.
Don't tell PETA that there's a plant that eats meat.
Oh, they
just
know
don't
it.
tell.
They know.
Disgusting. She had to buy fly for the festival.
That's smush them on the window screen.
Anyway, so that little cup is supposed to go over the top.
Yes.
I thought it was, it came underneath.
We got 15
well, it
seconds.
probably, kept some water in it, so you probably move it back and forth.
10 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, we're running out of time.
That was
here.
a fun show. From bananas to Venus flytraps. Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you, Caroline. That was fun.
Thanks, Larry. It was.
This is WOCA Ocala.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. The president putting out an optimistic message at the UN Climate Change Conference.
I'm sure there will be moments over the next 2 weeks where progress seems stymied and everyone